Well, good afternoon. It's Longhaultanker, straight razor shaving with Longhaultanker, and it is October the 7th, 2022 at about 6:45 p.m. Eastern Time, and I am in Marshall, Michigan on my way to toward Toronto. Cross over early on Monday morning. I'm going to lay over on the weekend in Capac, Michigan. Anyway, we're going to have a straight razor shave here. Let's introduce the equipment for this evening, and reaching back into of course I got my 7-day roll up that I take with me on every trip, and this one happens to include the Frederick Reynolds barber's notch wedge faux tortoise. I'm assuming these are faux tortoise, but given the age, and it's got what looks like a pewter wedge down in there. I don't know if these are real or not, so feel free to chime in on that particular point. So that's the razor for this evening. My brush is a Stirling 24 millimeter set in acrylic orange with a silver tip, what looks like a 3-band. I don't know what grade it is, premium or what, but I'm going to call it premium silver tip. And this is the name escapes me right now. I've got no internet here, so I can't connect and find out, but it's a flat top. It's not a bulb knot, it's a flat top. And very nice brush, put it back in the water. And I did a little reading on the, you know what a conifer tree is? A conifer tree is a variety of tree that grows needles rather than leaves, and it produces cones rather than blossoms. And so our shave soap for this evening is based upon the word conifer. Coniferous is the way I'm guessing that you say that. Coniferous, O-U-S, coniferous. And I'm also supposing that that's an adjective. It's descriptive of the soap, and in looking the word up, it gave examples on how to use it in its different grammatical forms, and this spelling, of course, was coniferous scent. Can be used in a sentence that way. The descriptive adjective of the scent. Anyway, I went to the Stirling Soap Company website for this soap, and it's very humorous. Imagine, it says the primary scent is Scottish pine and other elements as well, bergamot and whatever. But what is particularly funny in their description is it's like you're being attacked by a gang of Scottish pine trees. 2 are holding you down and 1 is sitting on your face. And that's not far off from the description of the scent. You may have seen my last video where, you know, not knowing, that it was just what a conifer tree was, or a conifer variety, and etc. And so to find out that that's all this is. It's take a pine cone and shove it up your nose, sort of thing. And it's absolutely lovely. It's absolutely masculine, and love it very much. This is going to be a permanent element of my shave den, my soap closet at the house. And I have a suspicion that this will become a frequent gift item to my family and friends that shave with, not all of them use, the only one that's taken up the straight razor or is about to is my new son-in-law, but my friends, some of my friends use good proper shaving soap and a brush, whether they're using a cartridge razor or whether they're using other form of wet shaving. Anyway, let's get on with it here. So, I'm shocked I can't, this is my only flat top brush too, which is probably part of the reason why I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look it up tonight. Go to the golden nib or something and look up the different varieties. There's really only two varieties, the bulb and the flat top. So I'm going to hit K-Pac, Michigan tomorrow about 10 a.m. I'm going to lay over there till Monday morning. I got to do a little more research on the truck stops in and around Brampton. I know there's a Flying J in Mississauga. I'm sure I butchered that, but Mississauga. There's a Petro Canada and a Husky and a BVD, I think that's what they call it, BVD, in Canada, within 2 miles of my delivery point on Tuesday morning. And I want to know how many parking places they got. I know that the Flying J has 65. Which is, you know, not too bad a size for Canadian truck stop. Not very many of them are. There's a real nice Flying J in London, in Dumfries, and over on the east side, out in Kingston, you know, 200 parking places, that sort of thing. But some of the lesser known, like Husky and Petro Canada, I think that's what they call it, Petro Canada or Petro Pass Canada. On the way in, eastbound on the 401, there's some real nice Husky and Petro Pass or Petro Canada. But the closer you get to Toronto, and through Toronto, forget about it. There's nothing until you get to the east side, East Toronto Flying J, which has close to 200 parking places. All right, here we go. We got the Frederick Reynolds wedge. So I did 550 miles today, burn up about 9 hours on the clock. I can usually get to Toronto. Of course, I'm going to have a 34-hour layover, which means I'm going to get a fresh set of 70 hours. But I can usually get from Toronto, or Houston, Toronto, back to Houston in about 68 hours is kind of a marker I remember. You know, inevitably when you're using shaving soap like this, some's going to get in your mouth, and more often than not it tastes awful. But I will tell you that this, on the taste meter, this is not bad. It tastes like it smells. With the, like the pine scent. So it was a good day of driving. I ended up spending the night last night in Matthews, Missouri. Did about 450 miles yesterday from Greenwood, Louisiana to Matthews, Missouri, the Lowe's truck stops there. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Yep. I got a whiff of the scent right there, and it smelled like a freshly cut pine plank off of a sawmill. How does that grab you? That's what it's smelling like right now. All right. And I will say, the drive up here today was very pleasant. The high today in driving, in observation, was about 62. When I came into the truck stop, it was about 55, 56. So I came across Interstate 70 from Effingham, Illinois. I started in Matthews, Missouri, and came up I-55 to I-57, I-57 to I-70, cut across 70 to Indianapolis around 465. And I took the north side rather than the south and east side. I did try to get into the lane though, and if you've ever been over there where I-70 goes into 465 and you got to take that little Cincinnati zigzag onto 74 for a minute, not even a minute, 30 seconds. It's only a one lane exit and you can't, and everybody and their dog wants to get over in there. But I didn't fight too hard to try and get over. First of all, it was too many vehicles. And I've been around on the north side before, and that's a suitable alternative. So and it's 2 lanes. You can't beat that. I didn't have to fight with anybody. And made it around over to 69, Interstate 69 on the northeast side. Come up through Fort Wayne, Angola, to Marshall, and Interstate 70, or pardon me, Interstate 90, I believe it is. Might be 94, I don't remember. I just go where the GPS says go. Exit. Your exit is approaching in 1/2 mile. exit to the right. Okay. And frankly, that's how I've driven for the last 10 years. That's, do I know the interstate system? Yes. Do I know everything about it? No. Even though I've driven this route for years, I used to go to Canada almost every week before the imposition of the mundane mandates. And one year, every load I had was going to the same place, which is very, very unusual. I've never had such a year again since that year. And we stopped going to that place in Belleville, Ontario. I won't say why. There's a reason why, but we stopped going there. I got the clippers out and buzzed my head before the shower. Good hot water in the shower. Not so much here at the sink. Tepid, warm. I can't get it hot. Just love it. I love this scent. I think you will too. If you like manly outdoor scents, if you've ever been in those places where conifer trees grow, and enjoyed it. Did I finish my sentence? And you will enjoy this soap too. I think I did that right. If you've ever been around where conifer trees grow and enjoyed the scent, I think that's where I stopped. I'm getting real bad at that sort of thing. Big wedge blades are not exactly known for their singing properties. They usually don't call out. But if you got one that's cutting well, you can sure feel it in the blade. And it communicates itself through the touch and the feel. It just pop, 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 pop. It's quite an interesting feel in the hand. Very nice. You saw how dry the soap was getting. It rehydrates very easily. I want you to watch the barber's notch as I get ready to do this stroke, because I think this is why the barber's notch was made. Watch, I'm going to get it right up into my nostril. Right there. I know there's a lot of controversy and a lot of discussion on that point on some of the forums and websites. And I will concede, as I understand it, that the literature is virtually silent and inconclusive on why is there a barber's notch made. Very nice. Oh, that just feels so good. Wonderful, just absolutely wonderful. It brings back all kind. I can see my dad and I and my brother growing up, and he did a lot of work on the house, and 2x4s, 2x6s, the old handsaw that he had back in the 60s and early 70s, and he'd say, "Come over here, son, and cut on this line and make it square." You know, and then the sawdust, you start cutting, and the scent of the pine just starts rolling. Here come the door knockers. Maybe I'll get a pass. You might not hear the cutting action, but you can sure feel it in the hand. As I was coming across there like that, it was just pop, 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 pop. Now this is a wonderful soap. It lathers well. It has just a killer scent on it. I just absolutely love this. And I'm thinking in my mind, comparing it to other, I could very easily make this the soap of my life. It's just that engaging. It's just that reminiscent. It's just that quality, yes. Memories. Does it invoke memories? Oh yeah, it does. And it's a great soap on top of that. Now, that said, I'm thinking, how could it be improved? And I can't think of, I can't think of any way that this soap can be improved. And I'm trying to compare it in my mind as I was thinking there for a minute with the Martin de Condré soaps. And if you were watching me back during the summer, you know about my love and trial with the, I say trial, the usage of the Martin de Condré during the summer. And I had 5 scents. I took each of them out on a load for a week, and so the original vetiver, fougere, rose, and argumes, I think it is, the citrus, and fabulous. I have enough of Martin de Condré to last me a lifetime. I've got 10 Martin de Condrés, and 2 of each that I just mentioned. This Coniferous, I could set the Martin de Condré aside and use nothing but this for the rest of my life. I suspect I'll probably get 2 or 3 more jars of this, put it in reserve. Now that was a little different. I don't normally do that stroke right there. I usually save the cleanup on the chin for my right hand. I forgot something. I gotta do this. The water in my bowl right now, sink, is very tepid, very cool. We're getting there, almost done. I'm going to do the full pass and then I'm going to do the left-hand side here. And I will probably end the video there. I've been watching some of the head shaves and I'm not satisfied with because you can't see the top of my head. And sometimes I pull my head out of the view of the camera. Okay, we're getting there. I was listening to that conversation outside the door. It's amazing what people will say. Okay. usual spots. Put a little alum. That's a good stroke right there. Pulling your skin back this way and coming this way on the jawline, you get a lot of that leftover debris. Leftover debris. So I'm making it a point to come down the jawline and just maybe down to about here. I still got a little bit right in here, but I want to tackle it this way. Okay, I think we're done. And I know it's been a long, but I went kind of slow and had a little bit of something to say, and hope you enjoyed what I had to say. Frederick Reynolds, pre-1891, maybe genuine tortoise, more than likely a faux tortoise, but who knows? It's got the genuine or the original, what looks like the original pewter wedge in there. We got a wedge razor. I wish you could see. I don't know how to get these cameras focused when you're right up on it. I wish you could see the Frederick Reynolds imprint there. Sterling, got a little Stirling Soap Company with the, let's drop that in the water, with the Coniferous soap. It's just, you won't go wrong. In fact, if you, and let's not go crazy on what I'm about to say, but if you buy one of these from Stirling Soap Company and don't like it, I'll buy it from you. The first 10 anyway, at a discount, of course. You'll love it though. I just can't see it any other way. All right, I'm going to stop there. I am going to shave my head, but I'm going to do that off camera. And so thank you for joining me, and I will see you down the road.